You will write Jamb again next year if you don't watch it to the very end, because this aspect that I'm about to teach you is what made a lot of students fail Jamb last year, especially with English. And this was also the reason why I could not get what a very high Jamb score, because of my English, because of this aspect of English. So that is why I'm bringing it to your screen now. So please pay attention so you don't cry. I know. Now look at, this is what English. And when it comes to English, there are different aspects. First of all, before I will start teaching self, what do you guys notice about this video? Those my old students, my day one students, those of you that have been following me for a very long time, you notice that this video, something has changed in this video. Just drop in the comment section if you notice any changes in this video. Let me know, those of you that have been following me for a very long. Let me know, my real students. So now, this is English, as you can see on the board. Now, when it comes to English, there are different aspects of English. You understand? There is lexemes and structures. There's antonyms and synonyms. There is a very crucial part, and that part is called what? Oral English. Now, under oral English, they also have different parts. Under oral English, we have what? We have rhymes, we have vowels, we have consonants, and we have one particular one that comes out every year in exam. They don't miss it. At least you see like 10 from this particular one that I'm about to mention now. And the name of this one is what? Stress pattern. So stress pattern is under what? Oral English. And during my time, let me tell you something. During my time, that was where I had my lowest was English during my time, because in my time, they gave me 15 questions on stress pattern. And at that time, I don't even know what stress pattern is. So I already know that 15, I failed it already. I think it's about 10 or 15. That's how they normally do it. You understand? So this particular aspect I'm about to teach you now, it forms the major part of your English Jamb exam, even YXF. So please pay attention. Very, very important. So now, let's rush it. No time to waste. Now, what is stress pattern? It's very simple. There are some words that, there's emphatic stress, so there's stress pattern. But that emphatic stress is very simple. If you want to make a video about emphatic stress, you also let me know. I'll make it in the future before you enter the exam or before you write the exam. But this one is the main thing. Now, when you are pronouncing a word, there are some, when you're pronouncing that word, there are some part of that word that you're about to pronounce that requires more energy from you, that requires more strength from you, that require you to stress your vocal cord. Those patterns in a particular word is all known as what? Stress pattern. You understand? I'm about to find how it works in this video. So please pay attention. Now, before we will start solving, take note that we have what we call monosyllabic words, and we also have disyllabic, yeah, and we also have polysyllabic. Now, monosyllabic words are words that are just there, just one word, monosyllabic. For example, if I say come is a monosyllabic word because it just has one syllable, come. But if I say, for example, if I say table is a disyllabic word because it has two words, syllables. Table, motto, doctor, mother, father. They are polysyllabic, they are disyllabic. But if I say communication, extrapolation, so all those words are known as polysyllabic words. So in your Jamb exam, nobody will ask you to stress monosyllabic word because it's already a one syllable word. So your questions will mostly come out from disyllabic and polysyllabic, most especially polysyllabic. Please take note. You understand? So please, without wasting much of our time, let's start with rushing the questions. So like this video, and follow me if you're not following me. Very, very important. So now, set 1, 3 questions. Table, doctor, happy. What do you notice about these 3 words here? You notice that they are nouns. Am I correct? Yes. These 3 are all nouns. Now, they are what? Nouns. And what again? They are disyllabic because table, doctor, happy. They are disyllabic. So they are not just nouns. They are also what? Disyllabic. You understand? So now, when you want to stress a noun that is disyllabic, just stretch the first syllable and you are good to go. stress the first syllable, and you're good to go. For example, now table. If I break, first of all, you break down the word. If I break down this, if I break down table, it will be table. I mean, yes, table. But like I said, since it's a noun and it's a disyllabic word, I will stretch the first syllable. So it will now be what? Table. You can see it's capital letter. The reason why I put the capital letter is to tell you now, to tell you or inform you that the stress is here at the first syllable. Some of you don't understand, but let's do number two. Number two is what? Doctor. If I break down doctor, we have doctor. Because doctor is a noun and is disyllabic, the stress will be on the first syllable. So it will not be like this. Why did I put the capital letter? To tell you that the stress is on what? The first syllable. Happy. Hap. P. Because is a what? Is a noun and is what? A noun and is a polysyllabic, the stress will be what? At the first syllable. So it will now be what? H-A-P. You understand? So you can see first syllable, first syllable, first syllable. Why? Because it's a noun and it's a disyllabic word. But look at this one. Relax, begin, arrive. Are these guys, are they noun? No, they are not noun. These guys are what? These words are verbs. They are verbs. So we have this time, we're no longer talking about nouns. On this one, that they are verbs. And is it just that? No, they are verbs and they are what? Disyllabic. So because they are verbs and they're disyllabic, their stress will be what? In the second syllable. For nouns, it was first syllable. But for this guy, it is second syllable. So now, relax. Relax. The stress is what? On the second syllable. So it will now be what? It will now be relax. You understand? Begin. Begin. Because in the second syllable, it will now be what? Begin. You understand? Arrive. Arrive. Because in the second syllable, it will be what? Arrive. Why is it on the second syllable? Because it is a verb and it is what? Disyllabic. So the stress is what? In the second syllable. So we are done with what? Disyllabic. If it's a noun or an adjective, first syllable. If it's a verb, second syllable. Now take note that these ones are just baby work. These ones mainly for WAEC children, people that are writing WAEC. Now let's go to the Jamb people. I'm not saying that these guys will not come at your Jamb. I'm saying that Jamb, if they have to give you 10 questions on stress pattern, maybe like 2 will be from this part. But you see this, all these guys here, this is where Jamb, set more questions from. So now we are done with this part. I believe you understand it. Let's move to this place. What do you observe? Set 3. When a word ends with SM or IST, when the word ends with SM or IST, the stress is usually what? At the first syllable. Usually what? At the first syllable. So what did I say? If a word ends with SM or IST, the stress is at what? The first syllable. What do I mean? Let's break down this word. First of all, you want to stress a word, you have to break it down first. So federalism, it will be federalism. Because it ends with SM, the stress will be what? At the first syllable. So it will now be what? FE. Federalism. Nationalist, let's break it down. Nationalist. Yes, we are correct. So because it ends with IST, it's going to be what? At the first syllable. Yes. Look at this one. Socialism. Let's break it down. Socialism. Because it ends with SM, it's going to be what? At the first syllable. Activist, like very dark man. Activist. What? Because it ends with ist, it's going to be what? At the first syllable. You understand? So if you are able like trying to pronounce the word, you even notice the stress pattern from there. For example, now this word now, fair, you can see federalism. You are stressing yourself. Federalism, nationalist, activist. Even this one is even the one that I will show where activist, activist. You understand? So first label, first label, first label, first label. Please don't forget. Now let's write this question. Now this one is very simple. Whenever a word, even if you don't remember everything I've been saying so far, even if you don't understand everything, you don't remember everything. You see this one, remember it because out of that 10 questions that will come out to your exam, I can assure you that 6 will come out from this set of words. Whenever a word ends with ION, IC, ICS, IAL, IAN, ENT, UM, IUM, and OUS, the stress is just second to last. They call it penultimate, second to last. So look at accommodation. Accommodation. Because it ends in ION, it is going to be what? Second to last. You understand? Photographic. So let's say photographic. Where is the stress? Second to last. Yeah. GRA. GRA sounds like a location, Abi. You see where I'm coming from? GRA. So just know that any word that you just see graphic, like geography, you already know where the stress is. At the GRA side. You understand? Mathematics. Mathematics. Where? Second to last. Politician. Politician. Yeah. So where's the stress? This place. TI. Hope you guys can see it too. Politician. Look at this one. Industrious. Let's break it down. Industrious. Where is the stress? At the second to last. DUS. 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 So you can see it. Second to last, second to last, second to last, second to last, and second to last. So whenever a word ends with any of these guys, the stress is second to last. If it ends with SM or IST, it is what? At the first. If it's a verb, the last part, and it's disyllabic, the last part. If it's a noun or an adjective, the first part. You understand? So I believe we all get everything. And like I said, even if you don't remember everything I've been saying so far, you see this aspect, please don't forget it. Don't forget it. I will ask you guys questions, sir. Now look at this one. Look at this ones. This is set 5. Now, whenever a word ends with CAL, NAL, BLE, SIS, ITY, SIHP, ATE, ISE, ISLE, ANT, ENCE. Whenever a word ends with any of these guys, the stress, you count it 3 from the back. You count it 3 from the back. For example, now, let's use this guy. This one, osmosis. Osmosis. If I break down osmosis, I will have osmosis. So the stress is at the third. You count 3. 1, 2, 3. That third place is where the stress is. So 1, 2, 3. The stress is here. So it will now be OS. I will not say anything. But you know what I'm trying to say now. Osmosis. You understand? You can see it third. So now, which one should I do again? Oh, let's do mechanical. I might not be able to stress everything, but you know what I'm trying to do. Mechanical. Let me use mechanical now. If I should stress mechanical, if I should break down mechanical, we have mech. Okay, let me put this in small letter. We have okay, I think I will have mechanical. So the stress, 1, 2, 3. The stress will be here. So it will be what? CHA. That's why we have what? If you want to pronounce mechanical, is even there. You can see it, mechanical. You must feel that, just say it. You must feel that stress. Mechanical. That C is there. So 1, 2, 3. The stress is here. 1, 2, 3. The stress is here. So whenever a word ends with all these things I just mentioned, the stress are the third syllable coming from the back. You understand? Let's do one last one. They will call it a day. I'm looking for one that normally comes out a lot in exam. Look at it here. Dictatorship. Okay, let me just put it here. Dictatorship. If I should break down this word now, I will have dictatorship. Now, like I said, test label from back. 1, 2, 3. This is where the stress is. So please write all these things down and practice every day. So you can see that 1, 2, 3, the stress is at this part, at this part. And if you have to even pronounce the word, you will feel it. Dictatorship is the dictate. Even if you haven't saying it softly, you will still get it. Dictatorship. You must see that stress in it. You understand? So please, take note of this. Very, very important. So we are done with stress pattern. Yes, we are done. Clap for me. So yeah, we are done with stress pattern, and we've covered all the possible areas that they will ask you questions. So like I said, it's oral English. Oral English should be at least 10 to 15 questions, and the majority of them will come from stress pattern. Maybe they just ask 1, 2 nouns, 2 pronouns under oral English, but the majority is from this place. You understand? So the only way to know it is to practice more. Do you understand? So yeah, we are done with this video, and I'll give you one. So you know me now, I cannot leave you empty-handed. I must give you classwork. So I'll give you guys classwork, you answer it, and drop it. I'll just give you some words. You will just stress it and drop your answer in the comment section. Very, very simple. All right, this is the classwork. I gave you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see the way I dropped this question? This is exactly how it comes out in your exam. This exact pattern. In fact, these were questions that were tested last year. So you're actually answering last year questions if you can answer them correctly. So please drop the answers in the comment section. Everybody watching this video, don't say, I already know it already. No, your exam is in days, is in few days. So anything you are doing now matters. So I'm the one telling you now from experience. So you don't go and get 50 something like me during my time, or you go and get lower. Answer them and drop it in the comment section. Very, very important. These 5 questions, drop it. I'll really appreciate that. So, and apart from that, take note that we have a special class where we teach all these things in details and even more. Right now, we are doing revision because no time again, we're reversing the entire syllabus from chemistry to physics to biology to government to literature to CRS to government to accounting, all subjects. We are doing revision now. So, if you're interested, my WhatsApp number is already around the screen. Just message me to register for the class. My numbers are already around the screen. Yes, and there's still time for you to have a good score. Even if it's not 300, at least 280 is still okay, 290 is still okay, than to go and be scoring 180 because you've given up already. No, it's still possible for you to get a good score. You understand? So I'm not to talk too much. Just message me with the number to register the class and do this class work and drop it in the comment section and message me now to join our final revision class. That's all for now, guys. Bye bye.